Right, Noel over here reviewing YouTube Shorts. Let's see what's this.
You're looking for what kind of a position? Come up here, come here. You look so smart and good. Do you mind if I do a job interview right now? We need good people. How are you? So what's your experience in front of the world?
Well, I design, I do wreaths, I do all types of decorations.
And you like this building?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. There's the man. Stand right over here. If we can make a good deal on the salary, she's going to probably have a job. Okay? Have a good time. Thank you. So nice. Really nice.
This man is a genius.
Why Donald Trump will always remain a classic.
Why? What are you looking for?
Who does that? The man is a genius. Let's see what else. Andrew Tate. Yeah, what's up with Andrew Tate?
Did you see a pandemic? Not did you see people in masks, because people wore masks, fine. You saw the news, yeah, everyone saw the news. But did you see with your own eyes a pandemic? Did you see people collapsing in the street? Did you see hospitals overrun? Did you see ambulances running back and forth? No, you did not. You did not see a pandemic.
Epidemic of disinformation coming from the mainstream media, and I think people are waking up to it, but I also actually feel very sorry for folk who still feel frightened, because you've still got the New York Times, you've still got the Independent newspaper, you've still got the Gun, you've still got the CNN pushing a narrative of fear.
This shows how important it is for them to teach us to ignore our own eyes, because you don't see a pandemic, but you still walk around and talk about a pandemic. Once they can ignore you, once they can convince you to ignore your own senses, then the slavery is complete. They no longer need to actually change reality. They can just tell you the sky is green and you will sit and you will comply.
Wow, I never thought about it that way. So, I'm not an Andrew Tate fan, but I gotta give him props. Sometimes he makes a good point. Like, what did we just finish doing going over this pandemic? Like, I guess I'm retired, so it's different for me. I don't have to go outside of work or anywhere. I could just chill out while everybody else is running crazy. But he's correct. They told us it's a pandemic, the world is coming to an end, and everybody just ran for it. And it works every time. That was pretty good.
Our own eyes, because you don't see a pandemic, but you still walk around and talk about a pandemic. Once they can ignore you,
What's a pandemic, right? Like, things are coming to an end. Everybody's freaking out. And he's right. Nobody was freaking out. Nobody was doing anything. We was just chilling. The man talks a lot, and he makes a lot of good points. See that? He built like a social empire. Good for him. And now, the crazy thing is, at this point, what our January 30th, 2023, he got locked up, and that's crazy because he went to that particular country because he said it much, much better than the US and the UK, so therefore he went to Romania. And it turns out that it's a worse situation than what we have here in America. Pretty counterintuitive. All right, let's see what else.
There are surveillance states that are close allies with the United States. One of those surveillance states is the United Arab Emirates, the UAE. Now, when you get your national ID in the Emirates, you get a chip, and that chip connects you to everything. It connects you to the license plate on your car, to your passport, to your credit card, everything. Everything is intertwined. Everything is interlinked. There are no police on the roads. Every 50 to 100 meters, you cross a camera that reads your license plate, measures your speed, and if you're breaking the speed limit, it just immediately charges your credit card. When I was in Abu Dhabi and I was rear-ended at high speed by what turned out to be an Emirati official, a senior ranking official of one of the Emirates. In the end, the surveillance state is what made sure that justice was played because the proof was incontrovertible. Now, why do they have a surveillance state? It's not for people like me. It's because they're under constant threat from extremists and they're under constant threat from Iran. Surveillance is all about the purpose. It's all about the intent. There's surveillance.
Pros and cons about surveillance states, like if you're a criminal or you don't want to get caught doing something, I guess, sure. At the same time, I personally want to make life easier. You know what I mean? We're talking about what? Removing wallets. You have your own digital wallet. You have your own digital medical records. Everything digital. That's great for a person like who doesn't want to deal with that? I don't want to deal with bringing my medical records to the doctor. And I do have that problem where I got to bring my evidence to the doctors. But if everything is digital, I don't have to bring anything. I just have to show up and everything gets scanned. Everything comes along with me digitally. I guess there's a pro with that. Let's so in terms of surveillance, I don't see the fear. I don't think most people don't see the fear, only because if it makes our life easier, why not? It makes our life easier.
Why is Romania going after him? Are they being pressured by someone else to do this? Like, what is the reason why they're doing it? He represents something. He represents toxic masculinity. He sees his card collection as investigation continues. You know, look, Romania, I don't know what their system's like. I don't know whether they're corrupt. I've heard things, but I don't have any real information. But, you know, if he really did, like, sex trafficking, if he really...
It's funny that he went to Romania to avoid, you know, the corruption in America, or I think he said UK. And it worked out backwards. It's actually worse. And now he's stuck there trying to get out and doing all of this. But he's just getting more and more famous, going through all this hell that he's going through. But it's funny, self-contradictory. Like, let me go to Romania because it's better. And it actually turns out to be worse. So he's in a tough situation. All right, let me just watch one more Andrew Tate.
So one was a pimp. So when I watched them kill him off, it was kind of emotional for me. You know, like imagine I'm driving in my Rolls Royce Wraith black badge, going to the cinema, trying to have a nice night, couple bitches. I watched a Bond movie, and it's like I watched myself die. I'm driving home in my Rolls with my hose, and they're like, what's the matter? I'm like, you know, you don't know what's the matter. The world's changing. Men like me are no longer liked. You can't even be in fiction anymore, men like me. So if they're going to kill men like me from fiction, they're certainly going to try and kill men like me from reality, right? I have to be exceptionally careful. And when I say kill, I don't necessarily mean broad daylight assassination. What I mean is character assassination. What I mean is warping the minds of the public to the point where I'm a bad guy for being a heterosexual male who likes to fuck. So
again, Andrew Tate, he's famous. I think he got better and better just talking, just putting his thoughts out there and just saying it. And then seeing people's reaction to what he's saying. You know, so now he's making this argument about being this tough guy, having these nice cars, and fucking hoes. He's always talking about hoes. And, hey, if he's doing it because he's scoring points, it's working. Otherwise, he wouldn't get this famous. He wouldn't be here where he's at now. And again, his whole thing is about making money and blowing up. I saw a couple of videos of him dancing and nothing else silly online. I wonder how real that is. Like, did they put his face in a body, or is he really that weird? Like, the man is just a happy dude. Like, the happiest dude alive. And because he figured out how to make money and how to get people attention. As a matter of fact, getting people's attention and getting eyes to look at you, that's money. He's making money off of that. You know, just like a celebrity. The more people looking at you at your work, the more money. And that comes with like entertainment and celebrity. And that's what he went after. So, can't hate on the guy, but I just see it as him getting attention for himself. And nice, he sees himself as James Bond. And they want to kill him. All right, that's my review for today's thumbnails. Please subscribe. I'm up to 92 subscribers. I got to get better at putting my thoughts out and just talking more. All right? One video at a time. Let's do this. Please subscribe down below.